Stage 3 of the San Miranda Tour of the King Valley, and it's a 111 kilometre road stage right through the King Valley itself. And this is the one everyone's been talking about. It's the Strada Nero, the black dirt road sections that feature on the 2 King of the Mountain climbs on the day. And there's also some dirt road sections before the finish, which are really going to play havoc with the bunch. But after the 2 short stages that we've seen so far, Avanti Racing have really put themselves in a very strong position with Patrick Bevan and Joe Cooper leading the way. And a rider to really look out for today, because of the dirt road sections, is the Australian cyclocross champion from Charter Mason, Paul van der Ploeg.
Yeah, it's flat, but I think it's also quite rough with potholes and loose soil, and yeah, anything can happen, as people see in the Paris-Roubaix and those classic races. The dirt just blasts the peloton apart, so it's all about bunch position coming into those sections and making sure that you try and nurse the GC riders and don't lose any time on anyone else, so it will be very interesting.
There was a nervous rollout for the riders from the San Miranda winery. As they approached the first intermediate sprint, it was Patrick Bevan, the overall race leader, that took out the points. Charter Mason were also prominent, with Ralph Reinstein and Ben Hill picking up second and third. The first dirt road section, it was clear that the peloton had decided to take it a little bit easier with so much other dirt to come, and they pretty much cruised across that first sector.
So it was very controlled. Everyone just kind of felt their way through it and looked after each other. And after that was when the race really started getting going again, with the brakes going and the first real break going up the road.
As they came off the dirt, then the race really did start. There was a group of 3 that went off the front, which included Jason Lee and Ryan Christensen, 2 really good, strong young riders. On the first King of the Mountains climb, 2 young guns, Christensen and Lee, really did fight it out for the points over the top, and Lee crossed the line first after Ryan Christensen was put out onto the dirt. When the breakaway group came onto the Strada Nero, or the black roads on the final KOM, the gap had gone out to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but the peloton was really starting to chase hard behind.
The bunches were leading out very hard into the bottom of the second KOM. That was the dirt climb. That was very tough, everyone wanting to be at the front, everyone sprinting straight into the bottom of it, and started out very, very hard. And it was a very tough climb the whole way up, with people blowing everywhere, people in shambles, gaps opening. And
over the top of the second KOM, it was once again Jason Lee picking up the points ahead of Ryan Christensen. And now the 2 leaders have been joined by Harry Sweeney. On the fast descent from the final KOM down to the town of Whitfield, 15 riders caught up with the 3 leaders, so 18 riders duked it out for the intermediate sprint at Del Zotto Wines. And Patrick Bevan, the race leader, once again came away with the 5 bonus seconds.
That's when all the teams started lining it up. Another break went away. We had one of our riders in it. We were just content with sitting on Avanti and letting them ride their way into it. A bit of the team plan was to light it up as much as we could. And when we got on there, that's what we did. We had Big Paulie on the front. He was in his domain, just smashing it out on the dirt, having a lot of fun, and really just blew the race to pieces.
Make a rear flat tyre. Bunch was so strung out, but managed to get back on the downhill. Woo!
It was full on gravel and stones on it, so that was really hard to ride on, because sometimes it was steep, and with the corners in it, they were hard to get.
The 8-man group out in front started to break up, and they were fighting hard to try and stay away from the main field. But again, it was Charter Mason back on the front of the main field, just driving it hard. The leaders were caught before the end of the second and final dirt section.
Had Bevan punctured, but he got a quick wheel change, and he just kept on chasing. He digged really deep and just closed it.
It was myself, Ben and Raph, and Lucas Hamilton off the front. We thought we might be able to get it, but Paddy Bevan was just too strong on the front, just slowly grinding us back.
But by the time they got to the 10 kilometre to go point, it was all back together for an elite group of 30 riders. In the final kilometres, there were a flurry of attacks. But as they approached 500 metres to go, Michael Schweitzer from African Wildlife Safaris decided to go early.
Had a good wheel and went early to that first corners, held on, and yeah, it was a great win, and for me, I'm happy with it. Yeah, after I think a 12th podium or whatever, right, this year, I'm really delighted to get the victory finally. Yeah, and I'm really happy with that.